Hello students, these are your instructions to complete Writing Project 3 Google Doc. In the last workbook, the one right before this, you should have read something about an argument essay. Hopefully that doesn't freak you out too much. We're going to walk you through the whole process so it's not too stressful. You're not doing your essay all at once. You're going to be working on it over the course of 2 units, which is about a week and a half to 2 weeks. The important thing for you to know, though, is that there's 2 choices and both require you to complete steps in a Google Doc. So here are your 2 options. Option number 1 is you can turn your presentation from Unit 2 into an argument essay. So if you were with me back in Unit 2, you should have done a Google slide presentation and then turned it in at the end of Unit 2. It should have looked like this. The idea was you pick a problem kids or teens face today and get some research about it. So option number 1 is you can turn that presentation into your argument essay. Option number 2 is that you could just start over. Let's say you didn't take Unit 2 with me, or you are tired of that topic and you just don't want to look at it again. If that's the case, you can just start over using one of these 3 prompts. Your argument essay should answer this question. Option number 2 will involve a little more brainstorming because you're starting from scratch, but both will have the same amount of paragraphs and both involve an outline and extra support to help you with the process. Okay? Whichever one you choose, you need a Google Doc for your instructions. So if I clicked on option number 1, I want to choose this Google Doc. It's going to force me to make a copy. That's important. You do want to click on that. So here's the Google Doc for option number 1. If you remember, I told you that you're going to work on this essay over 2 units. What I did in these Google Docs is I copied and pasted all the instructions, including any modifications or simplifications that I made to make it better or easier, and I put them all in this Google Doc so you have all your instructions and all your support in one spot. Okay? So hopefully this will help you out. So here are your instructions. As you can see, right now you should have just finished workbook 16.3, which means let's take a look at here. So this has all of your instructions. It's going to help guide you to turn that informational thesis into an argument thesis and so on. The way this Google Doc works is that you want to come back to it when you get to workbooks that say Writing Project 3. So as you can see here, there are a couple that say Writing Project 3, Writing Project 3, Writing Project 3, and so on. Whenever you see those, that means you need to go back to this Google Doc and find the activity and complete it. So when I get to workbook 17.3, that means I'm coming back here and I'm just completing this section after I do the workbook. The reason for this is, 1, so you don't get too overwhelmed, but also because this workbook will give you information to help you make a good counterclaim. Okay? You might even come here and get to the point where you don't have to worry about something. So this has everything that you need to complete your assignment. Make sure you click on any highlighted videos along the way, as those will provide extra support for you in your process and give you some instructions. Option number 2 right here is very similar to the first one, except you're picking one of these 3 topics. And you do have a little bit of brainstorming to do just to help you get your ideas. As you can see, this is exactly the same as the one I just showed you before. Okay? So whichever one you choose, whether it's option 1 or option 2, you're going to go to the share button here. So you should have a blue share button. Make sure you change viewer to editor. That's super important. I need to be able to see as you work in the Google Doc. That is a requirement for getting full points on this essay, is that you need to show all your work in this Google Doc. So you have to click on editor. Once you have this changed to editor, go to copy link, and then we're going to go back to StrongMind to turn in our link. Press start assignment, paste your URL here, and then press submit.